May I have your attention, please?
We are controlling transmission. There is nothing wrong.
The Horror Chronicles.
Whether it's a ghost, a spirit, or an entity, they all feed on it. That's the whispering, the footsteps, the feeling of another presence.
You won't have a chance to change your minds later, because there'll be no way to get out.
We have such sights to show you.
Have you checked the children?
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Boogeyman's real.
That is better.
They're coming to get you.
They're here.
What's up, horror fam? You know what time it is. Let's get into this. All right, what's up, everybody?
Woo! What is up, horror fam? It's Ryan and JT back at it again.
It's your ambiguously gay duo. Oh, no, sorry.
Hey.
Sorry.
Be easy. Be easy. We're whereas Sam Tripoli says, we're Christian on a cruise trip right now. The first 10 minutes of YouTube, you can't be cussing in it.
Oh.
Otherwise, they demonetize you. But guess what? We're not monetized anyway, so...
Fuck them.
Fuck off! One day we might change that. Who knows?
We did get we didn't get a strike the other day. We got a...
We're watching you?
An age-restricted...
Oh, no! You mean to tell me...
Which is funny, because every time I launch a video on YouTube, I put on their age-restricted. So I don't even know why they would have tagged us. But hey, way to go, YouTube.
Good job, YouTube. You finally caught up.
Yeah.
Good job. I don't know if you know this, but we should have been age-restricted years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're back at it. So what's up, brother? How you been?
Nothing, man. Nothing. What's up with you?
Living the fucking dream, the nightmare, whatever, the wet dream. Living the wet dream, boys and girls.
I heard you can fuck those up.
I have before, and that's how it got wet.
Nice.
No, man.
Yeah, people.
I tell you, I watched... I seen that Netflix... I think it was on Netflix. Yeah, it was. The Watcher.
Yeah. I didn't make it all the way through it, but I watched like a couple episodes of it. And
dude, the cool thing, I mean, the story's crazy. It's pretty cool, but like that particular show in general, they fucking did a great job at like you not knowing who the fuck is what and what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I told my wife that like we both watched the whole thing, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on or who's what. Every time I think of something, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just when you think you got it figured out.
Exactly, and they did a great job of that. So whoever, I didn't even look into it. So whoever directed it or wrote that, like they did a fucking excellent job at keeping you like guessing
Hell yeah.
of what the fuck is going on.
Man, I need to get back to that because I started watching it and then we just never got back to it.
I won't spoil it for you then, but yeah, it's definitely cool. I was just like, holy shit, all the way up to the end. I was like, even when there's a little twist at the end, but then it turns out to be a twist of a twist, and it's like, shit. I mean, it's pretty cool.
It was one of those double agent twists.
Yes. Yeah. 006.5.
I'll tell you what we watched the other day was Paramount Plus just released this new show called School Spirit. And very fucking cool premise. Basically, it's about this girl that she has disappeared, but she's come back as a ghost. And there's all kinds of other ghost kids stuck in this high school. And yeah, it was it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They've even got a support group for ghosts.
Oh, who'd have guessed it? A safe space.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I think they've only released like 3 or maybe 4 episodes of it so far.
Yeah, I'm trying.
It's pretty damn good.
I'm trying to catch up on things, so my time is valuable when it comes to that shit.
Yeah.
So, and then sometimes, you know what? I just want to watch something that I've already seen a million times. Like last night, after the kids went to bed, I fucking sat there and watched Halloween 2.
Great movie.
So I was like, you know what? I want to watch something.
Yeah.
I try to catch up on a bunch of newer shit.
Zone out.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen it in a while. It popped up. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm watching that. There was another one I was going to watch, but I just didn't get a chance to check it out. Shit. What was it? It was The Forsaken. which is one of my favorite. I
yeah.
fucking love that movie. Great fucking soundtrack. Love it.
Yeah, I kind of did that last weekend. I watched Cursed.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
Fuck
with
yeah.
Christina Ricci
Yes.
and
Oh,
Joshua
and
Jackson.
I almost watched The Gathering with Christina Ricci in it.
Oh, yeah. I saw that popped up the other day. Somebody had posted that picture, and I was like, I haven't seen that in forever.
Right, and that's what happened. I was just going through my list of stuff. I'm like, oh, shit, what's this? I haven't seen that in forever.
Tell you about a couple things that I've watched here recently. I did finally watch Blood.
Oh, fuck yeah, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
which was really cool.
Yes.
I mean, it was a very well-made, put-together movie.
Very interesting.
Very, very creepy. But I see what you're saying. For somebody like me who doesn't have kids, it doesn't hit you the same way as somebody that does.
Right, that very end, the ending of that.
But
the ending of that movie.
Yeah.
As a parent, you're just like, oh fuck,
how the fuck were you able to do?
It's fucking gnarly, bro.
Absolutely
gnarly.
Another good one that just came out that I watched the other night was it came out on Shudder, and I'm not sure if it's a Shudder exclusive or what, but anyway, it's called Spoonful of Sugar.
I think I heard the name.
And so when I read the description for it, it was talking about, I don't know, LSD and all kinds of shit, and I was like, what the, all right, I'll try it. Actually, a really cool movie. It was about this family that hires a babysitter or a nanny, kind of, to watch their son who doesn't talk. I don't know that they really say what's wrong with him, but I would assume he's autistic or something like that. Well, anyway, this babysitter that they hired, she's been seeing a psychiatrist for years, and she's a young girl. She's like in her upper teens or whatever.
Holy shit.
And the psychiatrist has her on LSD drops to help with her her psychosis or whatever.
They're testing that now,
and
so makes sense.
And anyway, she basically is evil, but the movie is way more twisted than that.
Fuck it, what's it called?
It's called Spoonful of Sugar.
Okay, check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty good, pretty damn good. And then the other one is one that just came out called The Offering, and it is about a guy and his pregnant wife move back in. They don't move back in, but they come home to see his dad. His dad is a rabbi, and he's a funeral director. So they live in this funeral home, and basically what happens is this hellish demon gets released in the basement of this funeral home.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I was like, this sounds interesting. It's probably one of the best movies I've watched this year.
Really?
Yeah, it was fucking good, dude.
What was that one?
It's called The Offering.
Offering.
Yeah, and
Wait a second. I think I seen that.
It just came out.
I think I seen the.
Actually, it's not really out yet.
Yeah,
but it's out.
It's out. That's what I'm saying. I think I seen that. So
I was completely engrossed in that movie last night.
Hell yeah. See, I watched last night. I watched Halloween 2, but that was when I was going to bed. But before that, I watched Mimic.
Oh, another good one.
Love that movie. Don't think I've seen part 2.
I like the second one.
I was gonna say I don't think I've seen it. I seen it was on there, but I don't know what. I have no idea about it. I haven't watched it, so I might watch it. But the first one's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
the first one's a great movie.
I like that movie
great
a lot.
Movie.
It's really good.
That came out early 90s?
Yes,
something like that.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I was like just scrolling through.
It came out right around the time of The Relic and all of those.
See, and that's what I was saying. There was some good movies that came out during that time.
Yeah.
I mean, we know we love the 80s, of course, because it fucking was like I don't know, what would you call the 80s? It's like the fucking...
The 80s are the pinnacle.
The pinnacle, yes, that's a good word.
It depends on who you are. Honestly, it depends on when you were born.
Yeah, well, that's because now, these kids are growing up with the internet, and they can see people getting beheaded online.
Right.
Without freaking... Real life, people getting their heads chopped off and shit like that. So,
I've seen some fucked up shit.
They lose their innocence on that shit,
I was getting my hair cut one day, and the girl that was cutting my hair cut, she knows that we do this show, and
where at?
Every time I walk in, it's like walking into Cheers. She's like, Horror Chronicles.
Where's that at?
Over at Cost Cutters.
Okay.
And So anyway, we always talk about weird shit. Well, she's like, "Oh my God, you got to see this video!" And she pulls out and is showing me this video of these guys that are in a cave, and this basically what they've done is they've cut this guy's hands off, and they're peeling the skin off his face.
Ugh.
Oh, and it's real. I mean, it was a real, and I was just like, okay.
I'm gonna get my hair cut somewhere else.
Maybe not to go there. And it was funny. She was just laughing, and I'm like,
yeah, dude, it's
little
fucking gnarly.
creepy.
It's fucking gnarly,
Creepy.
bro. There's some crazy shit out there.
But
like I've always said,
that's cool.
Since we started doing this, I always said, man, the scariest motherfucking thing out there are humans.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's for sure.
Like you just never
That's
fucking
for sure,
know, bro.
man.
You got to be ready at all times.
For sure.
Stay frosty, or as they say in my world, stay strapped or get clapped.
Oh, clappy.
But yeah, man. I've been trying to catch up on some stuff. I've been reading. I've been watching a lot, listening to.
Shit,
I
you know
should
how
say.
to read?
No, like I said, I've been listening.
I mean, can you
I changed
teach
my
me?
wording.
Oh, I got you.
My wife's always like, I'll say a big word, and she'd be like, spell that. I'm like, I don't have to. I can say it.
I don't have to spell it. You know what the hell I'm talking about?
Yep. So, but I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff, talking about some things, and I'm like, holy shit, there's just a lot of weird shit. And I'm gonna go down a little rabbit hole here with you, which it actually has a lot to do with some of the things we've already talked about in our last few episodes and stuff. But so just for instance, today I seen this popped up and it caught my attention. So it says, Discovery Channel researcher and treasure hunter discovered a UFO in the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay.
That's news, like on Discovery Channel. So, what are your thoughts? Your real thoughts on what's the deal with this whole with the UFO, ATIP, UAV, whatever? What do you think's going on?
Okay, so here's what I think is going on, and it goes back years, decades even. I think that our government, God love them, they've known for a long time what's going on, and they've been hiding it from the American people for so long. Now they're getting to the point where they can't deny this stuff anymore. So now they're starting to give us little pieces. I think they know way more about all of these UFOs that have been shot down here lately. Because what's odd about that is our military is shooting these things down, and then we can't find them.
Right.
Bullshit.
Right.
We've got some weird shit going on right now. We've got, don't know anything about this, but the Chinese government sends a balloon that floats just all the way across our country, and we do absolutely nothing about it until it gets out over the ocean. Now, you look at that and you think, okay, well, maybe our government was worried about if they shoot this thing down over land, it could kill somebody.
Right.
Okay, I get that. But God damn it, this thing was floating over places where there's absolutely no population. You could have shot this thing down before it even got to our border.
Right, because they knew about it a week before.
Yeah. But you let it happen.
See, my whole thing here, okay, I'm kind of torn between what's going on, what I think is going on and what's really going on, who knows. But, like, okay, so from your point of view, like you just said, they knew about this. They've been doing this and that for a long time. I think that, so have you heard the whole water thing? The whole deal with the water. So, like, there's more water on the earth than anything.
Right.
We have not searched 5% of what the ocean is.
Right.
And
well, have you not seen the movie The Abyss? We can't get that low.
Yeah, no shit. Well, what I'm saying too is that, like, a lot of this stuff is being seen over water.
Yeah.
And so my thing is people think that, these things got to come from so far away. There's no way. Well, maybe they're not coming from as far away as we think.
Mm-mm.
Maybe they're coming from, and this is where I personally, anyway, as a dimensional type guy, I think that they can just open up a portal when it's instant, boom to boom.
Yeah.
You know, land to land, wherever they want to go, that's where they're at. But also, maybe there's things, and I highly believe this, that there's shit already here. It's been here for a long time, and it lives in probably most of it happens underwater, and we don't see it when they don't hear about it. You know, you don't fucking, no one watches the ocean.
Right.
There's no cameras just put up like there is on Earth. You know, people have deer cameras everywhere. There's cameras all over the place on land, but on the water there's not.
No.
And
they're not just floating cameras and stuff out there in the ocean.
Right. So we don't never see any of that.
Which fucking Elon Musk will do that next if he ever hears this episode.
You hear me, Elon? Do you hear me? But no, I'm torn between like. So you've heard the whole Blue Beam, right? Project Blue Beam. How they're gonna do a fake invasion to kind of bring in the actual
Blue
Book, Blue Beam.
Blue Beam. Okay, I guess I haven't heard about Blue Beam.
Operation Blue Beam is this thing that basically they're talking about doing a fake alien invasion to bring everyone together underneath the government. So we need the government to save us, type thing. And I don't know if you've seen these fucking holograms they've been doing all over the place. Like, have you seen that fucking hologram that China did? They put an entire city in the air, and it looked like a fucking real city just floating around in the air. Like an actual city floating in the air. Like, it looked real as fucking me looking at you right now.
Wow.
And there's another one where these people are sitting in the fucking middle of this big gymnasium, and there's like fucking whales and dolphins and shit jumping through the floor, and it looks fucking real as can be. It's like it's actually happening right in front of you.
Wow.
Floating above you, like a dolphin swimming above you. Looks as real as can be.
Chinese are pretty smart.
Well, that's not just them. That was us, too. But what I'm saying is, so Project Blue Beam is a thing where they're trying to do this fake alien invasion thing to bring us under this, you know, I'm not trying to get too conspiratorial on this podcast. It's not the right, whatever.
It's going to be like the new Spider-Man movie.
Right, you know, multiverse. No, I believe that we have either we were way more advanced back in the day and something happened and destroyed the earth to the point where we lost a bunch of things and had to restart.
We pissed them off.
Or we found, which I'm more leaning towards the first thing I just said, or back in the 50s when because everyone talks about the technology jump from the 50s to now.
Right.
I think that, like you said, I think something happened and they said, hey, we need to reboot these motherfuckers because they clearly fucking, you know, and I think we were way more
clearly
advanced.
Lost their way.
Well, and we were way more advanced then. I think that the pyramids are way older than they say.
Right.
And I think maybe we had better technology back then. It's kind of cool. But who knows if it was technology? I don't know. And that's the whole point of me asking you this. I'm just wondering what your outlook on it is because, like, I highly believe that there's other species. I think there's other fucking species here on Earth right now. And I think there's some under the water, too. I mean, if you look at a fucking octopus, bro.
Yeah.
If an octopus wasn't from Earth and we all of a sudden found it in the water one day, we would be like, holy fuck. This thing changes.
Yeah.
Its fucking body to look exactly like whatever the fuck. What is that, bro?
Yeah.
It can literally change its body to look just like whatever the fuck it's touching.
Right.
How fucking...
And chameleons are the same way.
Not near
like
the
an
fucking
octopus,
to an
but
octopus.
right.
And octopus are fucking stupid smart.
Yeah.
Stupid smart. It's funny.
Stupid.
But they're like so smart that like and they can fit anywhere.
Yeah.
It's blows. If we found that and didn't know about it, we'd be like, holy shit, this is a fucking alien.
Yeah. And then you look at a jellyfish, which doesn't have a brain.
Right. I mean,
but yet it exists and it eats and it thrives.
You know, so like I love this stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I'm really passionate about it. I love it. But like, it's cool because I'm like, so what is going on? Is there an alien? Is there really something getting ready to happen? Getting ready to pop off? So I look at it like this. This is my mind thinking. Like, you know, I'm talking about all these wars and all this stuff going on or whatever. I think maybe that they're fucking having an excuse to be able to move this shit around.
Right.
To get it in strategic areas and not let us know exactly what the fuck's going on, but get ready for something that's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe. You
know, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? It's interesting to me, and, you know, it's kind of weird. who knows what's up. You
Right.
know?
Well, and I feel like, everybody talks about when are we going to make first contact.
Oh, it's already
I
happened.
think we already have.
For sure.
I think we
100%
made contact decades ago and
Eons
are
ago.
still in contact with,
I think it was way more than decades.
Go back to the pyramids. I bring this up all the time, because I don't want to say I'm big into ancient Egyptian stuff.
Oh,
but
that's
I mean,
interesting.
I'm very interested in it, and I've watched a lot of stuff about it. I don't read. But yeah, I mean, you look at the Great Pyramid and how they built that, and like, not just the fact that they moved these 10-ton blocks with no machinery whatsoever, but the intricacy in which they were placed.
Right.
They claim that, like, the Great Pyramid of Giza, when it was first built, it was perfectly smooth. It was so
Had
smooth
limestone on it.
it was like glass.
Yep.
And it would actually reflect the sun.
Mm-hmm. And, the tip was
and now
gold.
over thousands and thousands of years,
Well,
the
not-
outside
Not
part
only
of
that,
it
but
has
people were
eroded.
stealing it.
Yeah.
People were stealing the limestone off it and making homes and stuff out of it.
Right.
That, from what they say.
Right.
And it's crazy because they find these all over the place. These pyramids. Aztec, Göbekli Tepe, or how you say it, Göbekli Tepe or something like that. It's another one they found. That's fucking. It's Aztec or Mayans or something like that. You know what I mean?
And it's weird because I brought this up a few episodes ago. Tesla had figured out that there was magnetic ley lines in the earth, and like if you're looking for a pyramid, it's going to be in an intersection of ley lines.
Right.
And we're not just talking Egypt. We're talking the
all over the place.
Mayans and Mexico and the Aztecs, and there's pyramids all over the world.
Mm-hmm. And they're all building the same shapes.
Yeah. Or roughly the same.
Yeah, roughly the same shapes.
Triangular shape. The Mayans were actually theirs were more ornate on the outside,
right?
Whereas the Egyptians, it's claimed that the Egyptians built these as monuments to the pharaohs.
Yeah,
and
but
they're more ornate on the inside.
Yeah, but do you know that there's never been there's never been a tomb actually found an actual mummy inside of these fucking tombs.
They're always found out away from it.
So it's real interesting, man. Like, and what's crazy to me, so check this out. So like Joe Rogan had
I was just going to bring him up.
Well, I believe he had Graham Hancock and this other guy that comes on there, and they talk about Randall Carlson. And they talk about Egypt a lot. They do a lot of studying there and stuff. And like he did an episode with this guy because they said that they found out this way of energy that's fucking like super unlimited energy, and it's fucking and it's not harmful to the earth,
right,
and all this shit. And he was like, "Come on, explain all of it." And they did the episode, but Joe Rogan hasn't put it out yet, and it's been months and months and months.
Maybe he's afraid to put it out.
Well, that's what he said. He's like, I don't know what the fuck. That's
don't know what to do.
So
with
I listened to this other podcast called Union of the Unwanted. Shout out to them. I love it. And it's basically a big Zoom call, fucking hundreds of people from all over the world that are like experts in different kinds of shit, all kinds of stuff. And they come on and they talk about things, talk about different subjects and things like that. And they were talking about this the last time I listened to them. They were talking about this, and they're wondering why they wouldn't put it out. You know, is he being threatened not to put it out? Because like the dude that figured out how to make his car run on water magically died. Fucking
yeah.
Right, not too far after he fucking he did that, and like to me, it sounds like maybe either. Because I've been listening to Rogan for a long time, and he puts out a lot of different things. But like, I got a feeling that sometimes, someone's like, "Hey, guess what? Yeah, I know you're Joe Rogan, but you can't put this out." It's like there's no way. So who knows, man? It's very interesting to me the fact that that they want to. I think we talked about this maybe a little bit last time, but why censor something if it's not important or it's fake, it's not real? Why spend so much time censoring it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Redacted.
Yeah. Well, even on like YouTube or wherever. Damn bugs. Even on YouTube or wherever, like.
What, you don't want my bugs?
It's like every time we turn the lights off, like they're attracted to the damn fucking light.
They're attracted to all this hotness at this table.
But anyways, no, like even on like YouTube, Facebook, all the other channel, all this mainstream media, all that shit, like that's like the whole we talked about before, like the whole flat Earth thing. It's like, why do they fucking push so hard against that? Because they do. Like I'm in the channels of all this stuff. Like I follow this shit like every day. I follow shit. And they censor it a lot for some reason. I'm not a flat Earth guy. I don't care. To me, I don't give a fuck. It could be a fucking Pentagon for all I care. I don't give a shit.
No, not the Pentagon.
No, Pentagon.
Then we'd definitely be in trouble.
But no, I don't care. However, why censor it?
Yeah.
So much and try to
Right.
It's just shit doesn't make sense to me. There's shit out there that's fucking. It's like they kick certain people off of a lot of places, but then there's like they kicked off like Alex Jones. I love the dude.
Right.
Whatever. But they kicked him off of, everything.
Right. Well, but
no, dude, I could talk to you later off air about everything.
We won't talk about Alex Jones here.
Yeah, I will. But I'll talk to you after this. I'll talk to you after this, and you'll see where I'm coming from. Right. Oh, okay, it makes sense. So, anyways, he's not on there, right? Can't get on Twitter, but yet ISIS is on there.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting to me.
Well, and why are we giving so much money to all these foreign countries to help them with their wars and stuff? When
we can send billions of dollars over to fucking Ukraine, but we can't send any money to fucking Palestine, Ohio, Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, we don't even know what the fuck's going on with that.
Right.
We don't know the long-term effects of what's fucking going to happen with that.
Well, now they've had another one. They've had another derailment up there.
Bro. But that's my whole point. It sounds like there's just so much chaos going on. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't like what it's doing to the earth and shit, but I like the chaos. I like looking into things and, fucking like making my mind think and work. If you don't, I tell you guys this: question everything. That's one of the main reasons why we start this not in the background of why we started this podcast is because we like to question things. We like to look into things. We like to know what's going on or see what's going on, see if we can't figure it out. So question everything. Anything that I say, go look it up yourself. But do the research.
Yeah, you better question everything he says.
Yes, everything. I don't care. But no, and that's with anyone. I don't care who it is. Question everything you hear.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. You know what I mean? Don't fall for anything.
Should I question everything I say sometimes?
Right, I do all the time. I always second guess myself. I go back, look things. That's like if you can't change your mind on something, that means that means you're fucking stuck. That means your mind is stuck. I can change my mind if you present me with evidence or something that makes sense to me. Okay, yeah, that makes fucking sense to me. All right, cool.
Right.
And if you can't do that, then, that's like even with you, with the science thing.
Right.
But you're open up your mind enough to be able to fucking look into certain things.
Yeah.
This doesn't explain that.
Right.
The paranormal.
Yeah.
Science doesn't explain that.
They can't explain it.
But you can open up your mind enough to and be interested in it to look into it.
I mean, we all know it happens. We all know these things happen, and there's just no explanation for it. That's why they call it the unexplained.
And that's why like I don't know. I just think that that's what's cool about the world that we're in here, and the world we're in. By that I mean, the genre that we're into here with the Horror Chronicles podcast, and the things that we're into, and look at that right there. It is by New World Order. That's hilarious. But yeah, it's funny to me how it's just funny to me how some people are fucking misconstrued and put out there a certain way when there's legit bullshit going on, but we can't say nothing about it because you'll get kicked the fuck out of here too. I'll be surprised if we still have a YouTube page tomorrow or whenever we put this episode out. It's all interesting to me. But anyways, what's going on? I know you had some.
Oh no, I was just looking through some stuff here.
Yeah, because there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the world. But
there's just so much weird shit. I really am curious about this whole UFO thing.
Right.
I mean, because we've shot so many of these things down, and they're not telling us anything. It was a weather balloon.
Same they said in the 50s.
Yeah. I mean, that was right before the Greys came and changed everybody's mind.
Yeah, and probed everybody.
They probing
time, boys. Hey, February 27th, that's my birthday. What's that say?
I don't know.
Where it says irony.
Irony, this was a guy, just a silly story. This was some guy in Northern Ireland. He was pulled over in a Mini Cooper on February 27th.
My birthday.
The police asked the driver for proof of insurance. The Irish Mirror reported after
Cagley?
I don't even know what the hell that is. It must be some Irish.
That's his last name,
stuff.
yeah.
Searching around for the document, the driver admitted they didn't have insurance.
Cagley, whatever that means.
Yeah, they didn't have insurance, even though they were sporting a bumper sticker that cheekily asked, "My brakes are good. Is your insurance?" The car was seized, and the driver was issued a penalty for the lack of coverage.
That's hilarious. That's funny. I just see my birthday, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. That's my birthday. What happened on my birthday? Anything interesting?
Well, and it's funny. I kind of ran into this. I started looking at News of the Weird, and this is from the Shepherd Express, and this is News of the Weird week of March 9th. And the very first one is called Fine Points of the Law, and it's Natalia Harrell, 24, was arrested last July in Miami for allegedly shooting and killing Gladys Yvette Borcella. I guess is how you say that, 28, as they rode in an Uber.
Jesus Christ.
They're taking an Uber, and you fucking shot the chick. Whatever, Maybe she wasn't going to pay half her bill. I don't know.
What the fuck?
But anyway, since then, she's been in the custody of the Miami-Dade Corrections Department, along with her unborn child.
So she's pregnant.
Now, what fucked me up about this is it said this was last July, so July... August, September, October. Okay, well, that does make sense, I guess. So now Michael O'Brien, the father of the child, has filed a petition claiming the baby has not been charged with a crime and is having its due process rights violated. Come on, motherfucker. So NBC Miami reported, I don't want the baby to be born prematurely or low birth weight, O'Brien said. The conditions in the jail are terrible, and I feel she's not getting the prenatal care she should be getting. He seeks the baby's immediate release. Officials replied that they are reviewing the care that this lady is receiving to ensure that all prenatal care being provided in our custody is appropriate. So this guy wants his baby released from prison.
Get
well,
my
what are you
baby
going to
out.
do? You going to leave the mom there, or
just take her by a window and let her stick her belly out the window? Technically, it's free.
Just bend over and fart really hard. Just push out a fart.
That's so funny.
Just some of the goofy shit going on in the world.
That's funny, man.
Oh.
Yeah, man,
but yeah,
there's just so much craziness going on in the world, dude. And it's cool. It's a crazy time to be alive, man, because everyone's got like the access to the internet now, and they can go around and look at all this crazy stuff. And what's cool about it, what's cool about all this stuff too, is that even though the internet's still around, all that shit, and people can look up stuff, there's still stories about the paranormal.
Yeah.
Since day one.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny to me, people talk about like the Bible, stuff like this or whatever. And they believe everything in it, all this stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever, that's cool. Whatever makes you a better person. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, what you do, you.
But you don't believe in ghosts or spirits or anything like that.
Right. And the Bible is one big paranormal story.
Right, 100%. And I firmly believe that fucking Jesus Christ is a zombie.
That's funny because my wife's brother's is like he doesn't celebrate Christmas. He celebrates Happy Zombie Jesus Day.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. He came back from the dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that, man? That's a damn zombie.
Speaking of zombies, can't wait for Evil Dead Rise.
Oh my gosh,
Dude,
man!
I am so excited for that. But anyway, let's go back to Zombie Jesus.
Zombie Jesus. But yeah,
there's so many. You know, and it's funny. I've read through some of the. I'm going to tell you right now. I've never read the whole thing, but there are portions of it where it's like, dude, that's one of the coolest freaking stories. You know,
it's like
when we talked about our vanishing hitchhiker story,
right?
There was a vanishing hitchhiker in the Bible,
right?
You know,
I mean, it's tales of, it's like tales for life, like lessons for life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Which
like
is fine.
Tales from the Crypt.
And like I said. I don't care. As long as you're not hurting children or anyone else, especially children. Anyone else, but especially children. If you're not hurting kids, whatever makes you a better person, do whatever you got to do. I don't care. I don't care what it is. Just don't hurt nobody in the process. Right. Whatever. Which in religion, there's a lot of that going on. That's the whole problem. But anyways, that being said, it's just funny how some people can believe certain things, but then not believe the littlest of things that, and
let's go back to that. There are a plethora of people that believe in God and Jesus, but don't believe in the devil.
Yeah.
You don't believe in evil.
Fuck, there's got to be, if there is.
You can't have light without dark.
Right, that's how I believe.
You can't have good without evil.
Then what is good?
Yeah.
That reminds me of a fucking badass quote I like by Jordan Peterson. I don't know if you know who that is. Jordan Peterson's a fucking professor. He's a really fucking smart dude. He's been all over the place.
He's a real smart fucker.
Well, and not only that, but he's been really lied about and dragged down because, a bunch of bullshit. You can look into him, you'll see. But he's awesome. But anyways, so he has this quote he's taught, and I actually, you may have seen it. I shared it on my Facebook page. It's him talking to another guy, and the guy's like talking about how he's like, you think that you need to be able to be violent to be a man, that you have to be violent to be a man. He's like, no, you have to have the capability.
Yeah. He's
like, because if you can't become violent, then being, what's the word? Basically, he said that if you can't be violent, being kind isn't a virtue. That just means you're just being kind because that's what you are.
Right.
You have to be, if you can't be a good man and not be able to have the capacity to be violent because you have to be able to protect your family.
Right.
And it's not a virtue. And he talks about how like a lot of MMA fighters and a lot of soldiers have this in common. They talk about it. Being a virtuous person is having the capability of being very violent, but having the capability to keep that under control.
Right.
And know when to use it and when not to use it. You
got to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
I love it. I fucking love it. Anytime you quote Roadhouse, I'm gonna fucking love it. I fucking even when it's fucking Ron White making fun of it.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear that joke?
Oh yeah.
I fucking love it, man. God dang, that's funnier than fuck. But anyways, I love that movie. Actually, I can't wait for the new one. They remade it.
Yeah, I heard that they.
It looks like it's gonna be fucking cool.
Isn't Jake Gyllenhaal playing Dylan?
Yeah, and Conor McGregor's fucking in it. I think he's playing the bad guy.
He's gonna be the bad guy.
I think so. And dude, Jake Gyllenhaal is fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Have you seen him in the fucking? Yeah. So I'm assuming in the movie that he's a retired UFC fighter. He used to be a UFC fighter in the movie.
I saw a picture of him in a UFC ring.
Well, they filmed a bunch of stuff. This last UFC pay-per-view beforehand, they filmed a bunch of stuff in the UFC with it.
Okay.
So a bunch of promo stuff for like, they had the crowd and the actual crowd there and the actual cage. Yeah. It's pretty cool, man.
That's cool. Yeah, I saw some pictures of that of him in the.
And he's fucking jacked, son.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Hell yeah.
But he got jacked in the movie Southpaw too.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, I just it's there's a lot of cool shit going on that is all coming to a head and coming out now that like it's just layer upon layer upon layer, and I'm dragging my head around trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, what's actually happening, and it's a cool time to be alive, I feel.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just interesting times, as they always say, man. To think, to be a person that thinks that we just live and we die. You live and you die. God, that's gotta be a boring fucking life.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're living in the freaking golden age, dude.
Right.
I mean, I was born in the 70s. I mean, I've seen fucking 80s horror, 80s fucking metal, fucking 90s horror, 90s, well, not really metal.
Oh, there's some fucking metal.
No, just kidding.
Don't get me fucking started.
But we've seen some cool I've seen some cool shit in my life.
It's like these motherfuckers on that damn. That's why I'm fucking about ready to kick myself off that fucking unfollow that KC95 page.
Why?
Fuck, all it is people talking shit about Metallica.
Oh, that's funny.
It pisses me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't feel like they get the fucking respect they fucking deserve.
Horns up to Monday Night Metal.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just such a fuck up. You could go to Mars and they're gonna fucking know.
They're gonna know who Metallica is,
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who you are or what you think.
Right.
You're just being a fucking little. You're just looking for some fucking body to join your little bandwagon. That's the way I look at it. I love all music, but it's just funny to me.
Me too, man.
I seen a really cool picture with James Hetfield put up a really cool picture of him and fucking Cliff, and someone put a quote that he had.
Yeah.
Talking about, because I guess him and Cliff are fucking really, really close.
Mm-hmm.
And I said something about like how like Cliff comes to him in his dreams, and they talk, and it's just really
cool.
You should. It's really, really fucking cool. It was pretty gnarly. He's like, so I don't feel like he's gone. He's like, I talk to him almost every night in my dreams.
Dude, it's funny. I watched something the other day. I was I don't know, I was surfing fucking YouTube and watching all kinds of shit, and I fucking run into this thing. I absolutely love Dave Lombardo. Dave Lombardo was the drummer for Slayer for years, and then he's done a bunch of other stuff. He did this Grip Incorporated, which was really good, and then he's done a lot of solo stuff, and he's played with a lot of different bands. And the guy's just a phenomenal drummer. And the headline for this thing was the time that Dave Lombardo possibly saved Metallica. And I was like, what the hell? So I watched it, and it was a little documentary style deal. They were playing some big European festival over there, and they'd been touring for a long time. And apparently, whenever the plane landed, Lars was so stressed out and so sick from being on the road all this time that he just jumped in a fucking jet and flew to Copenhagen to be with his family. And they had this huge, I don't know, it was like Download Festival or something. They were getting ready to play for hundreds of thousands of people, and Lars just fucking disappears. And so the promoter for the show they were trying to find somebody to take his place for that show. It was either that or they were going to have to cancel. And somehow Dave Lombardo found out about it, and he was like, well, I don't know a lot of their songs, but I do know a couple. And so he got up on stage with them and did Battery and the Four Horsemen with them. And then Lars's drum tech actually played through a couple songs with them. And then of all people, Joey Jordison got up. Apparently Joey Jordison, which, rest in peace, brother. He played in a Metallica cover band for a long time.
Oh, badass.
So he knew a lot of their music, and he got up and played probably 60% of the set.
Fuck yeah.
And basically saved them from having to cancel that gig.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. Can you imagine the riot that would have spewed?
Man, I'm telling you, and I'm going to say this too, man, they just don't make bands like they used to.
No.
Because I can tell you this, people talk a lot of shit, right? Have you seen Megadeth live? You've seen them
Yes.
lately.
I've probably seen the two bands that I've seen the most in my life are Slayer and Megadeth.
Yeah, but what I meant to say was...
And I saw Megadeth last summer.
Okay. What did you think?
They're okay, but Dave Mustaine is in trouble. I mean, he's old and he's abused his body for a long time, and he just sounded awful.
I was getting ready to say that.
Honestly. And I absolutely fucking love Megadeth.
Yeah, so do I.
They're one of my favorite bands.
100%.
And
I actually like Dave Mustaine a lot.
And I've seen Megadeth. I mean, literally, I've probably seen Megadeth fucking 30 times.
But what I was going to say is this. You actually said perfectly what I was going to get into. So like you said, Dave sound, kind of going downhill and all this other shit. But like, I'm going to tell you, man, Metallica live.
Yeah. James still sounds fucking killer.
I'm going to tell you,
killer.
man. Now, this is in 2017.
Yeah.
I seen them, and they're still almost 60 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking killed it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, sound.
Yeah, and it's funny. You watch some of their stuff. Like, I've watched some of their videos where they're just like, I want to say it's like a Zoom, but it's not really. Where they're all in different houses and they're playing music together. Dude, they sound fucking killer, dude.
That was during the quarantine.
For as old as they are. Fucking James has still got a killer fucking voice. He's not like he was back in the 80s.
Well, of course.
Of course not. I mean, the guy's fucking 64, I think, now, or something like that. But, man, he still sounds fucking good, dude.
And that's good at not just Metallica, but all these older bands. The fucking Rolling Stones. Like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like.
Dude, I'm going to tell you fucking who shocked me was fucking Chuck Billy from Testament, dude. That guy has been through hell. I mean, he's, survived cancer and all kinds of shit. Dude, I saw them last year, and they were fucking amazing, dude.
But what I'm saying is, like, think about it like this, man. And that's why, like, I tell everyone, I don't give a fuck. I am unapologetically Metallica fucking dick rider. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking sun rises and sets in Hetfield's ass.
I love James. He's he's probably one of my. I know you know a lot about bands too, but he's probably one of my favorite frontmen of all fucking time. I love him personally. A lot of interviews and shit I've watched and stuff I've read about him.
Yeah.
And the way he fucking performed, they perform like.
Right.
That's what I was gonna get at. So like, look at Bruce Dickinson, right?
Oh Jesus.
So
he still sounds fucking good too, dude.
That's what I'm trying to say. And even my wife. This brings my point. Just brings a point. So you see these motherfuckers now, and they get on the fucking stage, and if they have to move, they're lip singing. If they have to dance or move around at all, they're fucking lip singing. No one's fucking. It's playing music.
Yeah.
Bruce Dickinson would run the fucking stage the entire fucking show, up on top of things,
dude.
up on top, down, all over the fucking place, and still sounds fucking great.
Yeah.
Like. They just don't make them like that anymore.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
Like, I'm sure they do. There's some people, like, I'm really getting into a lot of different types of music. And, I listen to a lot of shit. I'm a metalhead at heart, but I listen to a lot of shit. And, like, there's just some people, like, I hear this shit. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? These people suck.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, man? This shit is horrible.
Right.
I'm like, take out the auto-tune, take out all the background fucking music.
Right.
None of them play a fucking instrument.
Yeah.
Like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got these motherfuckers 60 years plus years on fucking stage fucking tearing it up.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember they were comparing years and years ago, they were comparing Freddie Mercury to Beyonce.
Get the fuck out of here.
And what they were talking about is you look at a band like Queen, lyrics written by Freddie Mercury, music written by Brian May.
Right. Yeah, right.
The whole album is like,
done by them.
And then you look at Beyonce, written by 27 different people.
Yeah.
And, and there's only 5 words in the whole fucking song.
Right.
Right. It's like, come on.
There's no depth.
There's no talent anymore.
Now, I will tell you this. There's a lot of depth in fucking some writing. If you get into, like, the to some of the rap stuff. And underground shit. I'm not talking about all this fucking
West
pushed out
Side Connection.
Shit. Yeah, no, I'm talking about some of these newer cats that are coming out. Like they have a lot of meaning to what they say. You know.
Yeah.
They don't get pushed a lot though.
Yeah. I tell you what, I've really been getting into is a lot of the local stuff, and I got to give a shout out to my buddy Tony. He started this radio station in St. Louis called Beyond FM 24/7, and it's an internet based radio station, and he plays nothing but local St. Louis.
That's cool.
Music, and it's not just metal, it's rap,
all kinds of
everything, you know, and it's really cool to see somebody actually doing that.
Yeah, man, that's like when I was a doorman, security doorman guy at a bar up here, and it was basically just a fucking jam bar.
Yeah,
people would show up. Everybody could play something or sing or do whatever, and they just jump up on stage and fucking start fucking playing, man. It's fucking so bad. Like, Tully.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rock and Roll Jesus, as I called him. He cut his hair off now, but he looked just like
fucking
the fucking
killer guitar player.
Oh my god, dude! What a
and he was so smart with it. I actually I jammed with him for a little bit, and his brain was at a different level than mine.
Tully's a
you know, I'm pretty good at hanging with most metal guys, you know, but him, I mean, it was I couldn't think at his level.
And he would always sit and face away from everyone.
And it wasn't that I couldn't play what he was playing. It was just the way he thought about stuff and wrote music.
Knowing
was
where he was
how
going.
The fuck did you come up with that, dude?
Yeah, man, he's Tully's the man. I call him Rock and Roll Jesus all the fuck time because he looked just like the Jesus from South Park.
Yeah. Last I heard, he's living in Seattle.
Yeah, he's a trash man up there. I'm friends with him on Facebook. And
yeah,
stuff
me
still,
too.
But I see him putting up shit all the time. But he's fucking funny, man. But he was a badass fucking guitar player, and he would come up there all the time. He was there almost every night, and he would be up there, and he would just sit. But when he played, it's funny. When he played, he would sit facing away from everyone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe he was just listening to the fucking shit coming out of the speaker to hear it better.
Yeah. Well, and some guys are like that. They get into a zone,
yeah,
you know, and they don't want to think about the crowd being there and it's funny. It's I don't know why it was always easy for me. Once I stepped on that stage, I kind of turned into a different person.
Right,
you know?
right.
And so some people can do that.
That's how I made the strip club.
Yeah. Till I pull out this big old dick.
Once I hit that stage, like I'm like a different person.
Yeah. We're going all Magic Ryan over here.
Oh God. There's no magic, guys. There's no magic.
But yeah, I mean, some guys are like that, you know. I mean, I played in a band with a guy that was a fantastic guitar player, but every time he played a lead, he would turn around and stare at his amp while he was playing.
Right,
and it was like, you know, and I just asked him one night, I'm like, dude, why do you do that? He said, I get the crowd so into my head that it fucks me up. I get nervous.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, all right, I get it.
Yeah, man, Tully would just sit there in a fucking chair, dude, and like he'd just sit there the whole night and
he'd just fucking rail.
And people jump up on stage and like, play it and this and this.
Yeah.
Fuck Tully just fucking start playing some shit, and then they'd start jamming. There was another cat from Raleigh. I don't know his name. I do not know his name, but he was kind of my height, really thick guy, stocky guy with a long goatee, black goatee, and he played the fuck out of guitar, dude. And he could sing really good bluesy type shit. I don't know what his name, but he was a fucking bad cat. I'm like, man, this guy should be on the fucking radio, you know?
Wow. Yeah.
But like, I seen so much great music coming up there. People just jamming and playing and stuff, man.
Where was that?
Well, it used to be called The Show was the name of the bar. And it was right up there by like where O and 72 is, just before. It's a car lot now.
Oh,
It used to be called The Show was the name of the bar when the guy opened it. But yeah, I did security there, worked front door and shit. That was back in the day when I was fighting and shit too. So like that's why I ended up this is a good job to have extra money.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's fucking a lot of great talent and stuff. It's pretty cool, and that's what I like. You know, at the end of the day, music brings people together.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It'll be there till the end. You know, kind of like this fucking podcast.
Yeah, it's never going to end.
You sons of bitches. Anyways, horror fan, that's the show for tonight. We finally got into some music shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, who knows? We may have another kind of podcast where we talk about heavy metal and stuff. You never know what's going to happen with the Horror Chronicles. But anyways, guys, we love you. Thank you for support as always, horror fam. Yeah, and that's the end of this one. We got some stuff coming up we're excited about. We've already talked about it a million times. We're not going to say it again. But we love you guys. More importantly, as always, until next time, keep it creepy.